So welcome back to class. This week we're going to be talking about casting, and I'm going to do a little bit of the intro in casting. But my personal setup with casting, I kind of took from this little book here, how to set up or building your own metal working shop from scrap. And this first part here, the charcoal foundry. So it's a small foundry. You'll see, easy to set up and build. Just kind of follow and take the safety advice here given in the book. But without further ado, let's go out to the shop and let's make something. So one example of a cast component, now this nail gun, not all of it is cast, but the main housing, this housing here is cast. You got this back baffle or cover basically is cast component. This cast of this housing extends into basically the handle, and then you have a separate casting here that kind of screws and goes on to the end. Now it's made strong enough to, yes, withstand the pressures that are going on inside of it, but mainly it's got to be, strong enough in the right locations to attach the other components. So here, all this mechanism you can see is bolted to the front of it. The back part here, it's all bolted together. So a lot of times, whenever you have complex shaped components, that's where you'll be using maybe a casting for to get that shape. So today we're gonna basically go out, heat up a little foundry that I made, and we're basically gonna melt down some scrap aluminum that we got here, and you'll see where all that kind of came from, scrap, and we're gonna be making ingots. Okay, and so the ingots, I personally make just use a cast iron, because I'm working with aluminum. It's lightweight, it melts at a lower temperature, around 1600 degrees, and so I can pour it into a cast iron, these corn muffin pans. They're shaped like little corn on the cobs, but basically all I'm doing is getting rid of the junk that's in the metal. So right now these are coated with plastics and varnishes and just getting all of that junk off of it and melting it down so it's clean. So when I am ready to cast a component, I have clean material to work with. Here we go. So the moment we've all been waiting for, we've melted the metal. First step here, we're scooping out what's called the dross. The dross is all the junk that's in the metal that just floats to the top. So this layer on top, just scoop it out. Probably end up forging myself a little scoop here, but it's been a while since I've done this, so I hadn't got everything together yet. But just scooping out the dross, and it kind of keeps looking like, oh, stuff keeps falling back in, but you'll see there below that is going to be just a clean pool of aluminum. And so here, pulling out our crucible, since mine here is just a steel canister. At these lower temperatures, it's really kind of fine because steel doesn't melt up around 3,500 degrees. But here's the moment we've all been waiting for. Shiny, liquid, aluminium. See the sun glistening off in it, but this is the money shot right here. So we poured about almost a dozen of these. Let's see, how many is that? 3, 7. I guess they call this kind of a baker's dozen pan. But we get almost all of these on the last one. And then that's it. Shiny new corn on the cob aluminum ingots. So these will be ready, all cleaned up for when we need to actually make our component. We might get into that a little bit in another video, how to make a mold and do that sort of thing. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I will see you. So I hope you found this video helpful and a little bit eye-opening as the possibilities that you have in working with metal. When you don't have a part that you need, there's always, you gotta remember, somebody made that part. How did they do it? It can be done again. So here's just another way that parts are made in the world, by casting. So if you like this sort of thing, hit subscribe, and we'll see if there's any more videos coming. Have a good one.